Hello and welcome to the stream. I'll be drawing a scene for you today using a variety of pencils, a smudging tool, and maybe one or the other eraser, maybe both, we'll see. So, without further ado, let's go right into this. I'll start with my usual frame, just a rough indication of where I'm going to draw, to leave a little bit of a blank space on the outside to frame the scene, to give it some significance or to give it space to breathe, or however you want to word it. Going into the sky with the HB pencil, going all the way from the left to the right, creating a gradient down towards the horizon. Let me see how fast I can do this today. Change things up a little bit. Turn a few knobs. Change some parameters to just get different outcomes through changing the process. Pressing down hard at the top, holding the pencil at a very acute angle to cover as much ground as possible. Now going down again, correcting some very white areas. Okay, and now with very little pressure, the area above the horizon, just trying to get rid of the last few white lines. All right, maybe it's a little too bright over here still. And let me just maybe try something. Just create a darker area here, one here, maybe something like this, something down there. What the heck? Just trying this out. The more opportunities I create with this in one page, the more I'm going to learn. Got 3 of those darker areas. Make this one really dark, really stand out against the darker area of the sky. Okay, taking the smudging tool now. Also going left to right, right to left, all the way across the page. Once more, really fast. There we go. Okay, now I'm taking my eraser and I'm trying to envision where I want to have clouds in this sky. Maybe one starts over here. Just circular motions. This is the lower part of the cloud. then the upper parts right here. And I want to create all sorts of bumps in the outline. Okay, that's going to be one, but there's going to be one more. Let's say this one goes up more, like this, and then there's one starting right here, overlapping a little bit with this one down there, like this, and then going up here. Okay, maybe it just, yeah, I wanted to make it go out all the way, but I think I really like this. Showing its shape a little more instead of just going outside of the frame. But I want to have one that goes up out of the frame, so let's just do that. Let's have one right there. Want to make it a little bigger, go more to the middle of the page, over here. Okay. Yep. Little arrangement of clouds right there. Get rid of the eraser. Okay. Now, taking the HB pencil, I follow the lower outline of the clouds with very flat U shapes, and I see that my pencil value is roughly the value of the sky right here, so I gotta go darker. Now we have a contrast. Now it's separated from the sky. That's what we want. Okay. Okay, this cloud right here is higher up in the sky than those two. Those are more or less above the horizon, so we see them more from the side. But this one we see more from the bottom, and the bottom side is dark. It's the shadow side of the cloud. If it's not dusk or dawn, of course, I'm not telling you anything new here, but the sun shines down from the top, so if we don't draw a sunrise or a sundown, the lower area of the clouds is always going to be a shadow area. Now I'm going in with a smudging tool just to get rid of a little bit of the structure that came up right here. Want to make it a little smooth. Alright, now going to the next cloud. Yeah, I'll just start with this lower one. Okay. Just very flat U's at the bottom of the outline. Leave a couple of blank spaces between those U shapes. Right here you see it looks like the lower area of the cloud is going inside and outside of the volume of the cloud, like it has a wavy lower side. Okay, Now this is the lower area of the cloud, and then we go into the side volume, and if the sun shines down from the right, let's say, yeah, from the right, then we're going to have shadows on the left, creating some shapes inside here, some bumps inside of the volume. And up here we can't see which is the lower and which is the upper cloud, so I have to separate them as well. Just with some C shapes. And all those volumes inside right here that I just created are going to have a shadow to the left of them, so I'm making them a little thicker. On the left side. And it's really hailing right now, so I've got to close my bathroom window. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Not a lot of water in my bathroom yet. I could prevent the flood. Okay. Over here. A little bit inside. Creating all sorts of shapes right there. Looks a little empty over here still. So let's go in here. Create some details in those volumes. Up here as well. Still looks very flat. So let's go in with some details, some more shadows, some more lines every now and again. Okay, now this looks like a full, complete cloud. So I'll go into the upper one now. And the same again. Just very flat hues at the bottom of this cloud. And let's see if I can separate the upper one from the lower one by giving the upper one a darker value right here. Separating the upper light area from the dark area here. I think this is how it should be. But let me make this area a little smaller, since otherwise it looks like the upper cloud is in front of the lower one and it still looks like this. Maybe I have to cut in some brighter areas of the lower cloud. Yeah, now it looks like the lower cloud is 1, lower towards the horizon than the upper one, and 2, it's in front of the upper one, it's closer to us. That's what I wanted to do. Wouldn't have mattered much if the upper one looked like it was closer to us, but as I'm trying to learn and pick up skills in drawing, it's good to every once in a while plan something out, think about how something should look to look the way and the shape I want it to be, and then it also turning out like that. So that's a nice little success right there. I'm really happy about that. Okay. Continuing with the volume of the cloud. It's always the same. Just C shapes. C's everywhere. I hope that today I don't have to make the video as long as the last one. Yesterday there was a lot of just nothing really at the end of the video. I didn't realize it, but I think I changed the what is it called? The delay in the stream. So I didn't know when to stop the recording without cutting the end. So I just let it run through until the live stream on YouTube had ended. But therefore I had just a lot of dead recording in the end. I changed the latency today, so I hope this is not going to happen again. And I hope it's just like in the other streams or videos where in the end it like cuts off a couple of seconds after I'm done drawing. Okay. This cloud looks really full as well. Maybe I need a little I think the C shapes are brighter than the bottom of the cloud, so I wanted to make this the gradient a little better. All right. Now let's go into the land. Let's say first I'm going to draw the land right below the horizon and make a line that goes right into the sky. I didn't want to do that. You can't really see it, but one of those lines just went right into the sky. I can try to make it a little softer with the eraser, maybe make it equivalent to the sky again. Not quite, but round about, maybe like this. Okay. All the way across. Okay, and I'm just filling in the left side right now. Maybe until here. The rest is the foreground. Okay, and then I want a mountain right there. Maybe the peak pokes out to the right of this cloud. Maybe like so. Just an irregular shape. Just like a triangle. If you put another line right here, it would be a triangle, or yeah, it's just this angle right here. And then let's have another peak, maybe right there in the distance. And it's going down right here. All right. Now we have to make it three-dimensional. So from this very top, I have to make another line going down towards the horizon, and from here as well. Let's say it goes down maybe I'm just contemplating whether I'll make it go to the left or the right, but it really doesn't matter. It's going to give us a mountain shape anyway. Okay, now I'm erasing everything that's in the background, that part of the cloud and this part of the horizon. Okay, and here as well. And get rid of the sky. Okay. Now the left part of those mountains is in the shadow. So for the snow-covered peaks, I'll use my HB pencil and make it go down all the way. This has to be brighter then, like this. And right here as well. And I mean, I can block in the side that is touched by the sun already, which is the right side, which gets the HB value, but the very top is going to be completely white, completely covered in snow. Okay, now to the left side that's in the shadow. I'll switch to the 3B pencil and create all sorts of lines going up towards the peak. Just a general dark value since it's in the shadow. And then I want it to have some structure, so I'll give it some lines going down here, some areas I'll cross-hatch that are just darker than the rest. And let me do the same thing for this side. Same thing right here. Some lines, some cross-hatched areas to convey a structure of the mountain. And on the left side of the mountain in the background, I'll do the same thing. Maybe there's something like a plateau right up there that's going to be bright as well, since it's turned upward towards the sun. But this side right here, this one's darker. Let's make this like that, and this area even darker now. Maybe they are turned away from the sun at different angles. So right here I'll go in with the 7B pencil for the structure, for the lines and areas. of different inclination. And right here, I'll use the 3B pencil for a couple of areas of darkness. Right there, and maybe there. Some lines in here, and that's it. Now we've got our mountains. Now we pull them down with the smudging tool, pull them down into the ground. Okay, and then we need some hills and things going on. So from the prominent areas of the mountain, I'll just draw some lines going down here. This one's going down there, this one here, right here, and right there. Maybe a hill is coming down from this side. And let me just add a couple of hills. Yeah, let's just go all the way down with the hills. Let's have some hills that are closer to us, where we can see some trees. Just like this. Just some M shapes chained together. Make them bifurcate like this and overlap. Maybe another bifurcation right here. Right there in the background. Maybe some things going down from here like this. Have all sorts of things going on there. One's coming in from the side like there. Okay, then I'll have to add the other side of the horizon as well that I didn't add before. Just like so. Now yeah, let me try this. So above all of those lines, I'm erasing a little area so that it's really light above them. So we can have a good separation between the upper part and the lower part. Okay, now below each line, I just add some graphite. Just extend the line down a little bit. Just a little bit. A little more right here. A little bit over there. This one right here as well. Let's say it goes all the way through. Join it with that other little line that came in from the left. Okay, extend it down. This one right here. this one as well. And this one up there. Okay, now I'm taking the smudging tool and pulling all those lines down towards the next line. Pull it down towards the next hill. But leave a little bit of the blank area that you just erased. If you're following me, or I'm leaving a little bit of that area to create the impression of mist that's down there in the valley between the hills. Up here, maybe make this one a little less bright. Pull it down there, all the way here, right here, up there, just like so, like this. Okay, I want to have some more detail in this background. Maybe you can't really see anything, can't make out a lot of details right there, but I'm just adding some random lines that give the illusion of something going on in the distance as well, in the very, very distance, just below the horizon. There are all sorts of elevations that we can't really see. Okay. This looks a little strange, I think. A lot of just dark areas in the mountains that stop somehow. That's not optimal. Let me maybe make a little transition between those areas and the ground. Maybe that's a little better. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. What's funny with me drawing and streaming it is that once I look at my screen to check if you can see everything that I draw, I notice a lot more inconsistencies than I notice when I just look at my page. I don't know if it's because of the blurriness of the camera or because I'm just in the flow of drawing and making lines that I don't notice the differences in value. But yeah, I've noticed or realized that I notice a lot more details or quote-unquote mistakes that I make when I look at the recording than when I just look at the drawing. It's, I don't know, an interesting observation, I think, and it somehow annoys me because it makes me think that, oh wait, let me take the 3B pencil for those trees in the foreground. It's an interesting observation, and yeah, it frustrates me because it makes me think that if I draw something without streaming it, I'm going to pick up on a lot less details. And yeah, I don't know what to make out of it. Should I always record myself when I draw so I pick up on more details, or can I train my eye to pick up on those details anyway when I'm just drawing? Which I think I can. I just have to improve my drawing skill, and I'm going to pick up on that. But once I pick up on the things that were obscured to my eye and that I only saw in the stream, I will make smaller mistakes while drawing that I don't pick up on the paper that I then would pick up on the stream. So yeah, I don't know. Should I always film myself even if I don't stream it, just to see the differences in value that I don't see? I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, we're coming to a close with this drawing. I'm just adding value to the lower sides of those tree lines that don't look like tree lines anymore. But if I go in and define the upper edge by giving them more M shapes again, it really looks like it's drawn in comic style, and I'm trying to go for a more realistic style. I don't want to be photorealistic, and more capture the impression, but yeah, I don't want to go for a comic style drawing, and I find myself going for comic style a lot subconsciously because I draw outlines to things to make them stick out more. And for that reason, I'm just not going to do it today. Not adding more outlines to those hills right here, to those trees. Maybe it does something to my brain. Maybe my brain this way accepts that I don't have to draw outlines all the time, and by not drawing outlines all the time, I will hopefully find methods of separating things, separating layers by other means, by means that aren't outlines. So yeah, that's like a part of my philosophy for learning anything practical. Like if you learn something by heart, of course you have to repeat it in your mind over and over. But when learning a process, then I think you just have to do it the way you want to do it. And over time you'll see what you can change to make it more the way you want it to be. I don't know if I expressed that very well, but yeah. All right. That's our view of the mountains for today. Let me clean up the edges. And I gotta be rather fast now since I want to go to the training and I have to catch the train for that. Also, somehow right now it's pouring even more than it was just a couple of minutes before when I closed the window, so whew, I'm gonna get wet today. But it's what it is. Alright, let me knock this off and then quickly sign this. Oh well, this line here is definitely not straight. But okay. Alright. Thank you for joining me again. Hope you learned something. Hope it was entertaining. Hope you maybe had the motivation to do something yourself. Maybe pick up some drawing techniques. Pick up something you can try out in your drawings. Maybe it was just background noise for you to get something else done or just to relax. That's fine. I'm glad I can provide that for you. So I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here, and bye bye.